It is a great honor to be here today. And to the proud families and the friends, the faculty, and particularly the students, congratulations. I have been so looking forward to this as you celebrate an incredible achievement. You receive your graduate degrees. Tom, thank you for the invitation. It is a deep honor. And to my extraordinary wife, Betsy, 38 years, thank you for everything. This is a great moment. So let's pause in recognition of this moment. In that moment, in the time that I just paused, in a single heartbeat that lasts barely a second, 4,800 stars were born. Down to earth, 100 lightning bolts hit. And in our world, at the crossroads of human communication and technology, in that single second, in that heartbeat, 193 text messages were sent. 3,472 photos were added to Facebook, 4,629 to Instagram. 25 blogs were posted to. 30 seconds of video were added to YouTube. There were 5,787 tweets, all in that second, all in that heartbeat. 420 million heartbeats ago, that's the equivalent of 10 years, back one decade, I had the honor of addressing our college's commencing students. A lot's happened in that decade. Twitter only made its debut in 2006. 1 year later, in 2007, at a moment in time that Thomas Friedman is now calling an inflection point, Amazon released the Kindle, revolutionizing books, much as Gutenberg's printing press did. And in 2007, that same year, Apple launched the iPhone. They sold 1 million devices in the first 74 days. Today, over 1 billion iPhones have been distributed worldwide, and with their mobile app operating system and killer apps and always-on internet, Apple created a category of devices that has changed human communication and changed our behavior. A lot happens in 10 years. But let's go back even further. 38 years ago, to be exact, for when I was studying for my degree here at COM. There was an early version of the internet, but it was in very limited use by government and universities primarily. In those days, cable television was just getting off the ground. And here in the States, we received our daily news in doses on a daily basis from the 3 broadcast television networks, print newspapers, radio, and then once a week from Time and Newsweek. So you fast forward to today, and according to Pew, 4 in 10 of us now get our news from Facebook, and 1 in 10 from Twitter. We are undergoing a revolution in human communication. It's a revolution in the human experience. It's every bit as profound as the wheel or fire or the alphabet. As you leave college and you join this revolution, the world's geographic balance of power is undergoing seismic shifts. Millions are on the move from the Middle East to Europe, across Eurasia the African continent, and right here in North America. Access to resources is an increasing challenge. Water, for example. Access to fundamental human rights and needs, such as healthcare, nutrition, education, gender equality. And people are seeking and they're demanding transparency, integrity, and higher purpose from institutions everywhere. Somewhere in the world, in a heartbeat, a child has just died from lack of clean water. Starvation has claimed 5 lives. Diabetes, 13 more. This very second, 27 million people are bound by slavery. 2.4 million are victims of human trafficking. It's heartbreaking. In the beats of your life, how are you going to make a positive impact in the world? Make a difference. What will be the pulse of your legacy? Will you be like Robin Patricia Berghaus, who received her MA in film in 2006? Robin was sitting right where you are when I spoke to the graduating class 10 years ago. Today, her documentary, Stumped, it's about the life-changing potential of experimental medicine, is winning awards at film festivals across the United States. Or will you be like Tyler Hicks, a gifted photographer who graduated in '92, set off on a career in photojournalism, and has earned 3 Pulitzer Prizes. The latest just a few weeks ago for his images capturing desperate migrants who were washing ashore in Lesbos, Greece. Or CNN's Gary Tuchman, class of '87. He was part of a team that won 2 2011 Emmy Awards for coverage of the ravishing Haitian earthquake. Joe Nocera, class of '74, who writes for the New York Times. At the Times, he's been a business writer, an op-ed columnist, and today he covers sports, and he tells the stories of injuries, sports injuries, and student athletes. Cleveland O'Neill, class of '78. Cleveland's an awarded producer of multicultural and family-friendly media for broadcast, cable, and major studios. Or will you be like my colleague, Barry Rafferty? Barry, who received her MS in 1987, is Ketchum's North America CEO. We like to keep it in the family. And she's recognized throughout our industry for inspiring and mentoring and advocating for women in public relations. Or our own Tom Fiedler. The dean received his MS from COM in '71. He is widely respected for his demanding adherence to high ethical standards. Tom's journey took him to the Miami Herald, where he worked for more than 30 years as an investigative reporter, a political columnist, editorial page editor, and executive editor. At the Herald, Tom and the teams with whom he worked were honored with the Pulitzer twice. And though he is a Syracuse alum, I'd like to acknowledge Todd Coates. Todd's the chief creative officer at a wonderful integrated Ketchum shop called Capstrat. Todd makes a difference by helping us see the world through the eyes of his video masterpiece, A Single Beat. His narrative inspired my words today, and I hope that they inspire you. These distinguished professionals were all blessed with great natural talent, but their years here at COM were formative. Here, they mastered a foundation of all human communication, the art and the craft of the narrative. After they left COM, they set out on their careers, they defined their purpose, they developed their voices. They are making meaning, and they're making a difference. You're stepping out onto the world stage at an exciting time, an amazing time, but a complicated time. It's an era of open architecture and extreme and instantaneous choice. How are you going to compel an audience to step back and take notice? As communicators, we need to do what we've always done, but with greater skill, greater speed, and on a greater scale. Today, we tell our stories in an ongoing global conversation that moves at the speed of light. Ideas must remain at the heart of what we do. It is the narrative that empowers us. And now, more than ever, our ideas must be authentic, more clear, more creative, more compelling. We succeed based on the singularity and the veracity of our ideas. We can move an individual or whole communities to share a way of seeing the world. We succeed when we connect with people, when we touch another human being. But our work also can form factions. The channels we work in can become walled off. Ideas can do good or not. Building common belief is an awesome responsibility. Handle it with care. But there's something else, one more thing, something of supreme importance. Character counts. It is about integrity. When everyone is able to react or create with the tap of a finger, when everybody knows everything, doing our work to the highest moral standards is not just a value, it's a practical necessity. In this constantly morphing landscape, a strong sense of ethics must be the core value of our work. And if I may step back one more moment to my days as a student here at COM, I'd like to remember a remarkable guy, Al Sullivan. Al was a gifted professor. He's long gone now, but his lessons have stayed with me my entire career and my life. Al taught a class called Values and Ethics in Public Relations. It was not an oxymoron. It was a tour de force. We read the great works of philosophy and religion, literature, the sciences. Al challenged our beliefs, he deconstructed them, and then he gently and skillfully helped us put our belief systems back together again. From my parents, I learned the importance of being a trustworthy person. Al taught us that your work must be trusted too. If you are trusted, people will believe you. If you're not, they won't. You must do it right and do what's right. Professor Sullivan would not recognize much of what we do now, but the lessons I learned here at Boston University remain as true as ever. The formative truths of human communication remain as true as ever. Character counts. Narratives can be powerful. Ideas can change hearts and minds. Ideas can change the world. It's just that now, that has to happen in a heartbeat. So as you set out, keep building your mastery of communication. Find your purpose. Make your voice heard. Work at the highest level. Do it right. Again, congratulations. Thank you for the great honor of speaking before you today. Make every heartbeat count. The best of luck to you.